Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we have a wonderful show for you today. We have a very special guest. We have our very own Fire Chief, Robert Fite. Welcome, Chief.
Well, thank you for having me. I love doing this show.
Oh, that's wonderful. We're so glad you took time out of your busy schedule to do this, because we know that this year is something very special for the fire department. Will you share that with us?
It is. Excuse me. So this year we are officially 100 years old.
Wow.
You know, we go back to 1917 to when our department started, but even before that, you know, there were some pretty bad fires in our city that we had to wait for Dallas Fire Department to get here in the early 1900s. And because a young child died in a fire, the leaders of the city back then decided enough is enough. And they decided to start a fire department in 1917.
1917, and 100 years later, here we are with one of the finest fire departments in the country.
Yeah, you know, that 100-year transition, it's just phenomenal. The technology, the equipment, the training, the capability of our firefighters, and really the capability of our EMS system. That's really what's transitioned, you know, greatly in the last 20 years at least.
Yes, and what a difference it makes to us, and the security it gives our citizens to know that we have fabulous people there to take care of us in case of an emergency.
No doubt.
And Chief, I know this 100 years celebrates our history, but our fire chiefs that came before you, they invested in the city as well,
Without
didn't
a
they?
doubt. You know, this the 100 years is, many chiefs have come before us. This department, you know, we've won the American Heart Award for actually 4 years in a row, but on the gold standard for EMS. We're now an ISO 1,
Yes,
as we talked about.
yes.
And this foundation that was built by the previous chiefs, our retirees that have passed away, they built it, and we're just building upon it.
We get to reap some of the benefits
Yes,
of
we
that.
do, no doubt.
And of course, everybody invests their gifts and talents as they serve, and we're so thankful for those who came before us and those who serve now.
You got it.
It's wonderful. And you started your celebration already at Station 1, didn't you?
We did. So in May we had our North Grand Prairie celebration of 100 years at Fire Station 1. On August 12th at Fire Station 10, which is near the corner of South Grand Peninsula and Lake Ridge, we will have our South Zone celebration. And we're also going to have a pancake breakfast. We're going to sell tickets to the pancake breakfast, $5 for a child and $10 for adults. Mm-hmm. And really what that money is going to is our 1939 fire engine that we're restoring. We don't want to spend taxpayer money to restore a historic fire engine. So we're raising money through Hearts and Hoses and through the department, and that's what part of this pancake breakfast will be. So everybody's invited on August 12th at Station 10. We'll have games, stuff for kids, giveaways, and we'll have all of our history on display that shows 100 years.
Wow, that is going to be very exciting.
It is.
And if someone can't make that event, will there be a display of the memorabilia?
There is. So if they cannot make the August 12th event, on display as we speak, through July 7th at the library, is our history is on display. Bob Fitch, that we just love, is our local reporter. Yes. He has his history of the fire department on display, and we have ours too. So now through July 7th, go to the library. August 12th, come celebrate with us down south from 9 to 12. We know it's going to be hot,
so
we're going to do it in the morning. So those are our two big things going on.
That is very exciting, and what a great time to be able to celebrate and enjoy that. And Chief, you mentioned the awards.
Right.
Let's talk about the recognition and the awards. First, the Heart Award.
Yeah, the Heart Award it's through the American Heart Association, and it's really about our capability of diagnosing an active heart attack and our speed and our, again, as I said, capability of getting our patient from their house into the cath lab. And we have a very finite window to do that. For 3 years in a row, our paramedics, your paramedics in Grand Prairie, have been perfect. They have met that window every time, and we've gotten the award 3 years in a row, which is just phenomenal work on our paramedics.
It is amazing. Now, how do they train to be able to do that?
Well, you know, paramedic school is it's over a year long, and it's college-based at this point. And then we have our training program internally. We have probably the best trainer in the state of Texas, and her name is Sherry Adams. She trains our paramedics. She's our mother to everybody.
Yes.
She's a nurse, and she's really taken us from where we were to where we are today, which is gold medal 3 years in a row.
Excellent. That is so wonderful, and we're so blessed to have that capability
Yes,
within
without
our
a doubt,
city.
Without a doubt.
Now, how about the other recognition that we got as far as our ISO
ISO,
rating?
yes. So every 10 years, all fire departments across the United States are graded. And they look at everything we do, from response to equipment to policies, and then they give us a score. And that score is based from a 1 to a 10, 1 being the absolute best, 10 being you need to work on some stuff.
Right.
And this year we were graded in 2016 actually, and we went from a 3 to a 1. Again, you talk about foundation. The previous chiefs built this. We just happen to be in a very fortunate spot now with our economy, the support of the council, the equipment we have, that we are an ISO 1. So what that means to the community of Grand Prairie is of April 1st, already passed. After April 1st, whenever your homeowners or your commercial insurance renews, you should see an adjustment to the negative, and you would save a little money for the next 10 years at least.
Which is fantastic. It's a win-win in both directions,
It's a
isn't
win-win,
it?
yes. It's a nice award for us. There's only about 200 cities in the entire United States
Which is amazing.
that have a 1.
Yes.
And there's about 33 in Texas. So I'll never say we're in the elite company, but that company is with us.
Oh, yes, it is. And if they don't notice that on their bill, they could contact their
They can,
agent.
and we've had a lot of calls about this. Predominantly, most insurance companies will adjust it when they renew. Some insurance companies use some other measuring criteria, but everybody should see some type of adjustment and just contact their agent.
That's good.
Yeah.
Chief, you mentioned Station 10, which is new.
Which is new.
And of course, most people have noticed Station 1. But tell us about other possible new locations.
Yes. So new locations, we have two things. We have potential growth down south by 287. Mm-hmm. As you know, there's some rooftops being built down south, really at 287. A lot of people out there don't even know Grand Prairie goes down to 287.
Right.
We actually go past 287 almost to Venus, which is just crazy. So there is a new station way in the future, Station 11 down south. But in the meantime, since we saw so much growth in our city in the 50s and 60s, we built fire stations in the 50s and 60s. And those current fire stations are now 70 years old. And we're looking at moving Fire Station 4, which is near Nottingham, to a little better location that protects you and I
That's
up in
right.
Nottingham. And then Fire Station 3, we're looking at some changes as well.
So you're just now you're shopping.
We're shopping. We're looking at land and doing the planning, because this is a 5-year plan. You got to find the land, make sure it's developable, get the station designed, fund the construction, which we do through bonds, and that's a council approval. So it takes time, but we're working our way there.
That sounds good. So the next one on the list is probably 4.
It is Fire Station 4.
That'll be
Yes.
a welcome addition to our neighborhood.
And we will probably, in fact, I know we will, we'll have an open house or a town hall meeting for the Nottingham group, because everybody's going to want to know where it's going, how it's going to affect them. So we want the community to know in a very transparent way where the fire station's going and exactly how the response times will work.
Great.
Yeah.
And Chief, also, I know that, excuse me, Tammy, your beautiful wife, has a 501c3 that she works very
Yes,
diligently
She
at.
does. We started Hearts and Hoses when after we got here. There was a huge community need that when someone had a fire in their home or apartment, there really wasn't anybody to take care of them for those 2 or 3 days except Red Cross. And Red Cross is not going to come out for just a one house issue. So these people who sometimes don't have insurance have nothing. They can't even brush their teeth. They have
Yes.
nothing. So we started a nonprofit through donations to where we help them with clothing, food, toiletries. We provide a hotel room if they need it. We just get them through those first 72 hours so they know that we really care about them. And then we also, Hearts and Hoses, helps our department with fundraising on banquets and gifts to retirees and just stuff like that.
And they helped with the 100-year celebration.
They
didn't
help with the 100-year celebration. They'll help with our gala. They're sort of the quarterback of all of our recognition.
A great support group.
Great
and
support group.
It is a group, isn't
It is a group. There's about 80 of them. They're all family and friends of the fire department. Tammy is the president, and Marika. Those two do a lot of the paperwork and a lot of the stuff that behind the scenes. But there is a large group that always is working.
And Chief, do they take donations?
They do take donations. They have a website, heartsandhoses.com. It's a 501c3, as you said. So whoever donates money, it's a tax deduction as well.
It is. And Chief, we know that you have great family support. So tell us a little bit about how you got started in this profession.
Okay. My stepdad actually, when married my mom when I was 12, I was riding on a Dallas fire engine in the southern part of Dallas at age 12.
Wow.
And got to spend the night. And my first night there, I went to a huge church fire, and I was pretty much hooked.
From 12 years?
12 years old.
Wow.
So I became a firefighter at 19. And that's all I've ever done in my entire life. I'm not sure I even know what a real job is. I've had this utopian job that's just been great. Then I have a wife, Tammy, who we're coming up on 30 years of marriage. She's a school teacher in Grand Prairie. And our son, Rhett, is 19, and he's a college student at UNT. So we live in Nottingham, and this is home.
We're so glad you're in Grand Prairie, and
Well,
especially in District 1 in
Yes.
Nottingham. Always pleased.
Yes.
And you have been, and your family, of course, Tammy, as well, have been such a great blessing to our community and to our city, and we are delighted to have you. We're so proud of our department.
Yes.
And your accomplishments. We could never thank you enough, so we appreciate your
Well,
being
thank you.
here. And is there anything else you want to say before we close
No,
out?
just the only one thing I want to say is there is nothing about this, about me. It is the men and women of our department. We have about 222 firefighters and about 15 support staff, and those are the ones who get the job done. We just provide them the tools, and they go out and do the job.
And it takes a great team, doesn't it?
It does, and we have a good team.
We do. Well, thank you again for
Sure.
being here. We appreciate you, your entire family and department, and God bless you and keep you all safe.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You bet.
And we'll be right back.
Live life grand in Grand Prairie. We can build a family together, play in harmony. It doesn't matter who you are. Here you are, shining star, making future plans. Live life grand. Here we live life grand Prairie.
Welcome back, and welcome to our next guest. We have from Parks and Recreation, Grand Prairie's own, Erin Hart.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
So glad you're here. You know, when we have Parks and Rec, we know it's going to be telling all about fun things to do in Grand Prairie.
Absolutely, very much so.
Yes, and Erin, if I'm just looking for something really nice to do in Grand Prairie this summer, tell us what we can do as far as parks and rec goes.
Well, outside of visiting our rec centers and our farmers market on Saturdays, we absolutely encourage everybody to go to visit our lake parks. We have 2 lake parks, Lynn Creek Park and Lloyd Park, and they are both fully operating and busier than ever. We're preparing for the holiday, the 4th of July coming up, so that'll be a busy weekend, but we encourage everybody in the city to come out and enjoy the lake parks and enjoy our rentals and our events and activities going on at the lake.
That sounds good. Erin, tell us, what are some of the events or some of the activities that we could participate in?
Well, every Saturday during the summer, the lake staff puts on movies on the beach, and we have a variety of family-friendly videos. This Saturday will be the Lego movie. We show Frozen, Cars, Karate Kid. Those movies start around 9 o'clock or when the sun sets, and they are on the beach at Lloyd Park. Additionally, we have some camps that we offer, day opportunities for adventure kid camps, ages 8 to 12, and that's in the mornings, and that is at no cost or no entry cost. And then we also have our tailgating opportunity. We have an event on Sunday, July 30th, and it's a competition, and you can win Rangers tickets and various other amounts of prizes.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yes.
Now back to movies on the beach. That sort of brings back memories of the drive-in movies that we used to enjoy.
Yes.
But you just drive to the lake,
Yes, ma'am.
and then what do you bring, or does it cost anything? Just give us
No,
some details.
outside of the entry to the park, you just bring a picnic blanket, basket, chairs, whatever you want, and we put the inflatable screen up on the beach. People can pull up on their boats on the water and watch it. You can bring your floats and float on the water, but yes, anything comfortable that you can enjoy in the grass or on the beach to watch the video.
And what is the entry fee to get into the lake park?
Well, it depends on the park, but for residents it's free. The cost is per vehicle. On the holiday weekends it is a set cost of $15, I believe, and then on holidays it is increased to $20, on 4th of July specifically.
So the 4th of July, if I really want to do something special at the lake, what is offered there?
We have rentals, we have campsites. You can come in and enjoy the pavilions, but pull up to the parking spots, enjoy the beach with your family, get in the water. We have our camp store, and we have camp rentals as well, paddle boats, etc., stuff like that.
I know we used to have fireworks. Do we do that anymore?
I don't believe so, not this
Not
year.
this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, though, even without the fireworks.
Yes, so they can hop over to Lone Star Park and watch this fireworks. if they
Yes,
want.
indeed. And then the tailgating. Tell me a little bit more about that.
On Sunday, July 30th at 2 o'clock, they will be having a tailgate competition, whoever has the best tailgate, and people who win the prizes have a chance to win a Magellan cooler. They'll be grilling. And the cost to enter includes a campsite as well.
So you need to bring your camper? Is that what you're saying? You need
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Okay, I see. I'm not much of a camper, so you have to really explain it to me, Erin.
Me too.
Well, that sounds exciting. And how about the adventure camps for the younger ones?
That is offered Monday through Friday, I believe, from 9 to noon. And actually, no, it is every Wednesday and Thursday from 9 to noon, ages 8 to 12. And it is a chance where the kids can go outside and enjoy the staff and hang out outdoors at the campsites,
And
enjoy
that-
outdoor activities.
That is at the lake, and there's no cost, or did you say that?
There
was
is a set cost, but you don't have to pay the entry fee to drop your child off.
I see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that would be a great time for those outdoorsy kids to use some of their energy, right?
Yes, ma'am, it would be. And all of the detailed information is listed on our website. Then they can visit or call our Parks and Rec offices at any time.
And get more information. And as you mentioned, the farmers market is open all summer. We can enjoy that. Is there anything special going on there that you can think of at this time?
Yes, well, we have two big upcoming events. Of course, the market is open every Saturday from 8 to 1, but coming up July 8th is our Ice Cream Charity Challenge. That's where we have 6 charities across the community who will prepare their own ice cream, and they'll have the public taste. Whoever has the most votes at the end wins a cash prize to the charity of their representation. That's a fun event for everybody. Everybody really loves and enjoys that event. And then outside of that, one of the other staple festivals is our Hatch Chili Festival in August. So that'll be coming up as well on August 19th.
Oh, wow. So we have lots to look forward to.
Yes, ma'am.
Right here at downtown Grand Prairie at the Farmers Market. Are there any other programs that you can think of you want to share with us at this time?
I would just encourage everybody to get on our website and visit all the recreation center offerings, the camps, the programs that we offer to the kids who are out of school in the summer months. Our events at Market, if you're not going to an event, just go on a Saturday morning and enjoy it. Other than that, and visit our website and see what all we have to offer to everybody.
Yes, so many opportunities, and the main thing is getting to know about them, and the website is a wonderful resource for that.
Yes,
now, Erin, I know you've been at Parks and Rec for a while. In fact, you've been here long enough to change your name, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And when you first came to us, how did you get to Grand Prairie?
I actually worked for another city, for another Parks and Recreation department, and I just became aware of this opportunity and applied and got the job. I've been here 4 years, and I love being in Grand Prairie. It's an awesome place.
It is a wonderful place, and you had a big event within the past year, haven't you, in your life?
Yes, a marriage, is that what we're talking about?
Yes, that's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
ma'am, I did get married in February, and I actually met him here at the city. So, yes, it's all been wonderful.
And when you came to us, you were Erin Fralix.
Yes, ma'am,
And
I
now
was.
you're Erin Hart, and that's so much easier to say and remember and spell.
It is, very
Yes.
much so.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, and we're so glad to have you here in the city of Grand Prairie.
Thank you, Miss Georgia.
It's a blessing. And thank you so much for joining with us today.
Absolutely, thank you for having us.
Yes, it's always fun to know what's happening with Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
So thank you. And thank you all for joining us today. I'm Georgia Clemson, reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.